most of the things we were being taught, most of them were not necessary.
Memory. Some of us we just went through. But that would have been the best thing I would have wished if I had. Yeah.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I go by the name Me, Myself, and I. Epic it was, and I'm here with.
I see. Yahaya.
What?
Yahaya.
Yahaya.
Yeah.
That is your name,
my
Daddy?
name, yes.
Haya.
Yahaya.
Haya.
No. Yahaya. Why?
Haya.
Be careful.
Yeah,
Mantank.
It's a Muslim name.
It's a Muslim name.
It's like what do you call it? Johannes. It's John, the Muslim version of John.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yahaya. Yeah.
Haya. Yahaya.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yahya.
Okay. Haya.
Yeah.
Adade.
Adade, brother Adade. All right, let's go straight to the question.
Yeah,
The
that-
question is,
Yeah.
what do you wish you could have knew in your 20s?
What I should have knew in my 20s has to be of education-wise.
Okay.
Yes, in education-wise, I should have knew that most of the things we were being taught, most of them were not necessary. And so, if I should knew that most of the things that we were taught were not necessary pertaining to your particular career that you need to follow in future, then if I knew, I couldn't have even dare to even having an education in my own country, because I've come to realize that since those things we were taught that were not relevant, we have to do so many relevant subjects. Meanwhile, you have a particular line of career you want to, and so you have to come across irrelevant stuffs just for you to reach where you want to. And so if I should have knew this thing, maybe I wouldn't have attended an education at all. But it would have been only at the basic level, and probably, maybe I should find myself out of the country.
Oh, what I wish I could have known at my 20s was a way to study and study well.
Wait for it. Here it comes. Almost there.
And get a retentive memory. Some of us we just went through. But that would have been the best thing I would have wished if I had. Yeah.
Wow. So, can you give us some of the examples, please?
Example like I said, in education wise, why will someone who want to be an accountant or will example an accountant, why do you need science?
Okay.
Why do you even need how do you call it, even art as well?
Okay.
You then come to the tertiary level. You know, it's funny how even at the tertiary level you are learning something like African studies.
You.
For what? As an accountant, for what?
Yeah.
You are learning something like literature. I mean, how? You've learned literature from your primary days, JHS level, SHS level. In fact, it should have even ended at primary or JHS level, not to further to SHS level. So why then do you come to, for instance, let's take the ATU, Accra Technical University.
Okay.
Someone is learning literature from level 100, African studies. I mean, how is this relevant?
Simple.
To someone who want to be an accountant or a that line of career. Why do you learn African studies, social studies? What? Let alone another example, engineering is even pathetic.
Oh.
For someone who is doing engineering, also doing same thing.
Wow.
How do you do African studies, literature? I mean, and when you are in the Western world, someone who does engineering, there are so many. We do most of the theories and the practicals go down the drain. Nothing. You are even in a technical school where engineering, that there will be buildings. They want to put up buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
These things, there are practicals should have been the buildings.
The buildings.
It should be seriously studied on the line of career they chose. But here you are, so many irrelevant stuffs. At the end of the day, you can't provide jobs.
That's true.
So it's funny, going back and forth, running, wasting fees, only for you to come and sit in the house. And you don't have all the companies that, assuming we were learning those irrelevant stuffs and we could find ourselves at a particular place to, for instance, the engineering, they have where they will go and apply what they've, and there's job. I mean, there's space to accommodate all of them. At least, if not wise, for at least 70%, it is okay. But here is the case: none, nothing like this. So, like I said, that answers your questions. If I should have knew that in my education-wise, so many irrelevant stuff being studied in school wouldn't have put me anywhere. I think I would have make a decision by then.
So if someone over there is watching you, what advice will you?
They should learn hard and follow their lecturers.
Hey! Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Those who are a little bit who comport themselves.
Wow.
Yes. They should follow they should learn them. Follow them. That will be the best advice I'll give. So that they don't just follow their friends blindly. Yeah.
Have you ever maybe a regret in your 20s?
Oh, that one no. Because by then I didn't know what was happening. Yeah. The same thing will happen to them now. They don't know what the mistake that they are going on. Yeah. So that's what I would like to put it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining.
So the name is Yahaya.
Yahaya.
The Muslim version of John.
John.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Daddy.
Okay. I'm pleased.
All right.
Adade.
Brother Adade. Thank you so much for joining. Hi.
Nice day.